I'm AnnikaWells, and my new song is called Sucks Being Sober. You're watching my exclusive, most requested live Ask Anything chat. Thanks to Romeo and iHeartRadio for having me on tonight. Killed it. Okay. I'm supposed to scroll through? Okay. Okay, David from Clarksville, PA asks, when can we expect an album and a tour? Okay, that's an amazing question. I pretty much have multiple albums worth of songs that I've written. It's kind of about just like narrowing it down to what I want to put out when. Right now we have an EP brewing, which is set to come out maybe sometime this summer. But yeah, it's in the works. And tour, probably going to be next year. But I'll definitely be getting out on a stage in 2021. Amanda from Dayton, Ohio says, how has your family and friends been during the pandemic? How have you helped them over the last year if they were having a hard time? That's a really sweet question. I mean, I think everyone has been struggling. I mean, all of my family and friends are healthy, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, we've just been FaceTiming a lot. And yeah, how have I helped them over the last year if they were having a hard time? I think just staying connected over the internet, like as limiting as that can be, just like checking up on people and like, yeah, just having FaceTime chats. Like my friend Chloe and I have like FaceTime crafting nights where we'll like draw and paint over FaceTime and catch up over life. That's all you can really do right now. Sky from Arlington, VA, Virginia, right? Yes. How did it feel like working with Millennium? Nick is amazing. It was awesome. I mean, we've worked together a lot. Yeah, he'll fly me out to Colorado and we'll write music together. And yeah, he's an incredible collaborator. We always have a blast. And he honestly kind of just feels like my big brother. And going on tour was such a blast, such an eye-opening experience. And we had so much fun. Yasmin from Calgary, Alberta says, what is your most favorite song you wrote? That's a really hard question. Oh my god. Yasmin, why are you doing this to me? I don't know if I have an answer to that. I mean, these songs are all like my children, and I can't pick a favorite. But, okay, I do have to say that my next single that's coming out, am I allowed to say the name of it? The Bitter End. My next single, The Bitter End, I had maybe the most fun I've ever had writing that song. That song is fun. Beth from Charlotte says, favorite pair of shoes you own? I think, okay, I own this pair of Doc Martens that has like a 2.5, 3-inch heel. And I really feel like I can like stomp somebody's face when I wear them. So I have to say that those are my favorite because I just have this like power. If somebody's face needed to be stomped, God forbid, I could do it. Kian from the UK says, what influences you the most in life? Whoa. I think in terms of my music, I mean, like, this is cheesy and very general, but just like the experience of living, like, that's one thing too, is that I don't just write about relationships or about breakups or about falling in love. You know, I write songs about my friends and my family and like experiences of like processing childhood trauma through therapy or what it's like growing up and things like that. So I think just like how I walk through the world and everybody around me influences what I write, because I try and write about everything. It's a really general answer. Sorry, Keon. Hank from Hayward says, if you could do a collaboration with any artist, past or present, who would it be and why? This is so difficult. Okay. I think maybe Lizzo. I feel like Lizzo and I would just be friends. Like, she's just so cool and so down to earth and so funny. And I just think we'd hit it off. I can't picture hanging out with Lizzo and not having an absolute blast. And I think because of that, we could make some sick music together. So, Lizzo, if you're watching this, hit me up. Natalie from Jersey City says, what was the biggest surprise for you when you first got into the industry? Something that you weren't expecting? Okay, something I wasn't expecting was how long it takes from when you write a song to when it comes out. I think people sometimes think that you write a song like a couple weeks or like a month before it comes out, and that it's like usually about what you're going through right then, and you write it and you're like, let's, this is going to be the next song, and you just like go, go, go. And it really takes a long time. I mean, partially because, you have to submit the song to playlists, and like you have to get it mixed and mastered and basically like take it from, it's like original form into like delivering it out into the world. There's a lot of logistics that go into that. But also it's kind of about like crafting a narrative and like finding, like it's about the song finding the right time and place in your project. So I'd say that was something that really surprised me, is just how long it takes for this stuff to come out. Rita from Porter Ranch says, when is your birthday and what do you usually do on your birthday? I get lit. Okay, no, actually though, a couple years ago, I had such a fun birthday. My friends made a bucket list for me and like put it around my neck. It was like this giant poster board. And then we went to a bar and everybody got to like, strangers would come up to me and like cross an item off the bucket list. Like, kiss a stranger, like do a piggyback ride around the bar, stuff like that. And it was such a blast. So I mean, if you've seen the unofficial video for Sucks Being Sober, you know that I'm a big fan of bucket lists. So if a birthday involves a bucket list, I'm there. Tina from Louisville says, if you were cremated and your ashes were turned into a vinyl record, what song would it play? Tina, you're so dark and I love you. Wow, this is a really interesting question. It would play Fix You by Coldplay. That's just what my gut reaction is saying. I don't really have an answer for why, if I was dead and in the shape of a record, that's what I would be, but that's what I would be. Tulsi from Southend, UK says, do you have any secret talents? That's a really good question. I'm always bad at this question. Like in high school, I remember that we'd have to go around the room, like first day of history class, whatever, and get to know each other, and people like, what's your secret skill? I don't really have a secret skill. I can say this is not a very interesting one, but I am so bad at putting on lipstick. I might have the secret skill of being the least talented at putting on lipstick of anyone I've ever met. Like, I have a talent for, if I try and put on lipstick, I will get it in my hair, on my clothes, on my hands. I'll get it on the walls. I don't know if that counts, but that's my answer. Erica from DC says, if you were on Steve Harvey's Family Feud, who would be the 4 people you would pick to be on your team? I love that. I would probably pick my roommates. I have 4 roommates. And we're all creatives. We're all like musicians or actors, and we all have very different personalities. And as a house, we have so much fun. And I think that we would crush it with Steve Harvey. And Nugget would be there too. Okay, Jenny from Nashville says, what would be your dream pimped out tour bus? Okay, I actually have an answer for this one. I don't know if this counts, but you know those like camper vans with like string lights in the back, and it has like a cute little sink where you like open up the back and you can like make your breakfast on a portable stove. It would be that. I just want to ride around in a camper van. Constance from Dallas, Texas says, how do you pronounce your full name with the proper native LA accent? Okay, a lot of people don't know how to say my name, which is okay. It's Annika. It's like Monica without the M. But with a proper native LA accent, like a valley girl, I do live in the valley. I am in the valley right now, so I guess I would have to say like Annika. You just gotta add the at the end. Sarah from Seattle. If you could trade... I feel like I just did a valley girl accent. Sarah from Seattle. If you could trade personalities with another artist for a day, who would you choose and why? Trade personalities. That's really interesting. I think I want to be Lil Nas X, to just like see what it feels like to be him. Also, I've always been really curious what it feels like to have a penis, so that would be nice. But in terms of personalities, like, he's just so out there in such a cool way, and I would love to just walk around with the confidence that he holds. Hannah from Toronto. How do you chill before a show? Okay, before a show, I do everything you're not supposed to do. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't warm up. I don't drink hot tea. I don't really take care of my voice. I just kind of, I definitely do a little dance. Like I'll like, and then I walk on the stage. And I know that's not what you're supposed to do, but that's how I hype myself up. So yeah, maybe I should be taking voice lessons or like doing some of that like thing they do in High School Musical, but I don't do any of that. Meryl from the Netherlands. Do you prefer writing alone or writing with others? That's a really good question. I don't know. They're so different. I mean, there's like a special magic to writing a song alone and just like I feel like I can put my heart on the table a little bit more when I'm alone with like nobody there. I'm just so utterly honest. But also there's this like it's just so much fun and there's this like joy of shared experience when you're writing a song with somebody else and you just are on the same wavelength and everything is clicking and you're just like, wow, this is like what being human is supposed to feel like. Both. Molly from Manchester. What's your favorite go-to snack? Ramen. I love ramen. I eat it way too often. I became a vegetarian recently. My favorite was like the Maruchan, like cheap chicken ramen, and now I'm going for that Trader Joe's spicy vegan. It's easy, it's fast, it requires no effort. I don't have to clean anything. Yeah. Sarah from Charleston. If you could record a female anthem with 3 other female artists, who would they be and why? Oh my god. This is a sick question. Okay, Remy Wolf, Lizzo, Doja Cat. We would have a blast. I can't even fathom it. I want them all to be my best friends. Imogen from Newcastle. Would you rather be able to go back in time or see the future? I think that I would want to go back in time just because I'm the type of person where I future trip. That's what my therapist tells me, that I future trip all the time. I just like am way too concerned about the future and what's going to happen, and I need to be able to know what's going to happen tomorrow and the next day and 10 years from now. And because I do that, I feel like I'm a lot of times like overlooking the present moment. And I'll look back on something and be like, wow, I wish I would have enjoyed that experience more instead of like worrying about what was going to happen after. So I think I would rather go back in time and be able to like relive some things and just really, truly enjoy them. Gemma from Australia. As a singer, what are some things you do to prevent from straining your voice? Well, as I said earlier, Gemma, I clearly don't take very good care of my voice and probably should take way better care of my voice. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I sound a lot better when I'm hungover, which, you know, is not a good thing. So, I don't know what I do. Next question. Karen from Buffalo, New York. Who's the most famous person you've met? I don't know. I mean, I've met quite a few famous people. I don't have any, like, best friends who are famous. I've met Lana Del Rey and Dua Lipa and the Chainsmokers. I once was in an elevator with Justin Bieber, which was pretty cool, so. Maddie from Huntsville. What warning label would you come with? I love that. What warning label? If you fuck with me, I will stomp on your face with my 3-inch docks. Essie from Minneapolis. If America's Got Talent called and said they wanted you on, but you couldn't sing, what would you be your backup talent? Why you guys gonna ask me about my other talents? Clearly all I can do is sing and make music. No, I would, what would I do? I'm really good at crafts. I'm really good at making friendship bracelets and, like, stupid little necklaces and stuff. I don't know if they'd want that on America's Got Talent. I'm also really good at cuddling my dog, and yeah, don't don't call me for that show. Trisha from Cincinnati. What have you learned most about yourself during the pandemic? This is a great question. I've learned to believe in myself more. I think the beginning of the pandemic, my career was going down a slightly different path, and I hadn't really taken the leap to be like putting out this music like I am right now. And I really took a step back and just self-evaluated, and I was like, okay, what do I want to be doing with my life actually? And I was like, I want to be putting out these songs. I want to be speaking my truth. And so, yeah, a lot of things shifted in my life, and I just started actually going after my dreams and actually only doing things that made me happy instead of just things that I was comfortable doing. And a lot has changed. So, yeah, I recommend do what makes you happy. I know that's so cheesy, but I wasn't doing it before. Ashley from Myrtle Beach. If there was a swear jar in your dressing room, how full would it be? The dressing room would be filled with coins. I mean, yeah, my dad got me this shirt for Christmas that says F-bomber on it because I like to put the word, I don't know if I can swear in this thing. I like to put the word fuck in every song that I write. It's a disease. I can't help it. I was born with it. It's who I am. Leanna from Sunbury, PA. If you could give Lil Annika, oh my god, that's my rapper name, Lil Annika advice, what would you say? I would tell her to embrace her spaz. I was a very spazzy child and have always felt just a little bit different, as I'm sure everybody does in some way. And yeah, I guess I would just want to tell her, like, it's okay that you're weird, because one day it's going to become your superpower. Okay, guys, those are all the questions. I just want to say thanks for watching my most requested live Ask Anything chat. Thanks to... Okay, I need to do this part. Okay, guys, that's all the questions. I just want to say thanks for coming to my most requested live Ask Anything chat. And thank you, Romeo. Go check out my new song, Sucks Being Sober.